Welcome on my channel Heavenly Life. I think most of the people don't like to take a shower under cold water. And I was the same in the past. But now that I tried it several times, I like it. It's more refreshing now and I just got used to it. It's not that bad anymore for me. And my body got used to that cold water. It's just I don't know. I never thought of it, that it could be this way. A few days ago, I was walking outside in the nature, beside the lake, and I was just enjoying the nice sun, the nice weather, and I was speaking with God. And maybe you also have this walks with God. I just can recommend this to everybody. And this time, like I said, I just enjoyed the nice weather, I just enjoyed the time, I just enjoyed everything. And I was just thinking about God and just sharing my heart with Him. And then suddenly, I just had this impression that God was speaking. I stood there in front of the lake and I thought, can it be? Is it really that God told me now to go into the lake? I was kind of surprised because, as you know, oftentimes it doesn't make sense. And you are questioning God sometimes. Like, you just have an impression and you are questioning, is this really God or is this me or the devil? So I wanted to have a confirmation from God because I was like, yeah, I mean, I know the cold water is nothing new to me, but I don't know, I've never been in the lake in the cold weather. It was 0 degrees. It was a kind of new step for me, a new step into something that I've never walked in, and I just was in a discussion with God, you could say, and I just brought him everything. I just brought everything to him, like all the questions, all the doubts, and I just asked him to confirm this to me. And I was walking beside the lake, and this question came up in my heart. It was the question, would you do this for your YouTube channel? And my immediate answer was yes, of course. And then I recognized that this was from God. And the next question was, why wouldn't you do it for me? And in this moment, I knew this was my confirmation. I just knew that God was speaking in my heart, and I just knew that this was from God. And when I stood there in front of the lake, I would say an irrational fear came over me because I didn't know why. I mean, yes, I know why. Fear is of the enemy, it's not from God. And the enemy tries to hold us back. The enemy tried to hold me back from entering the lake. I mean, there's nothing special about this. Of course, there's nothing special about the cold lake in winter. But it was just an irrational fear. And later you will understand why I'm sharing this with you. So, I was seeing the lake, and in the beginning you could see that it was not that deep. But later the lake got deeper and it got darker. You couldn't see into the depths of the lake. And as I put off my socks and my shoes, I entered the lake, and what I saw is that what was like not what I was not able to see in the beginning, now I was seeing. Now I could see into the depths of the lake. I mean, more far. And what I just have to share on my heart with you is I believe this is for this year, 2026, that a lot of the chosen ones, a lot of the children of God that were really prepared for this moment, prepared to step out in faith into something new. And it's not totally something new because, as I said, the cold water is something that I already got used to. You know, I was already prepared for the cold water, but I was not, in a way, prepared for this new experience because it was new, and I was not prepared that God would speak to me just out of nowhere when I had different plans than, doing this. And I believe this is a message for this year, that you will have new challenges with God. You will have to step out in faith into something new. But like I said, it's not totally new, but you will not see the whole picture of it. Because when I stood there in front of the lake, like I said, I couldn't see far. I couldn't see far, and I couldn't say how deep it was, just some meters into the lake. But when I entered it, it got more clear to me. And this is also something that I have to share on my heart, because when you step out in faith, you will begin to understand more. You will begin to see more clear, and also maybe the fear that you had in the beginning, that is coming from the enemy to hold you back, it will just go away when you just step out. It will just vanish, you know. And this boldness of God will come over you. And you will just see that it was again the enemy just wanted to hold you back from obeying God, from, taking the steps into the unknown, into what was not clear. But now that you have stepped into it, it gets more clear. And in this water, it was so cold. I mean, I was in the water so deep that almost my knees were underwater, okay? I was not with my whole body because I had a winter jacket on me, and so I was under until my knees in the water, and I couldn't move fast in the water. It was really slow, and like it was not easy to move because the water was so cold, and my legs got so stiff that it was so heavy for me to just move. It just was so heavy for me. And this is also something, when you will step out, it will be not so easy, but God will give you the strength, okay? God will give you the strength to overcome and to be an overcomer in this situation. And He will guide you, He will help you, He will lead you, He will give you the strength that you need to do what He has planned for you to do. So just trust in God. And you know what? When I came out of the water, I was happy. I was so happy because I knew I was obedient, and I just knew that, yes, it was again just the fear that the devil tried to put on me. This nonsense, just to try to hold me back. Because sometimes the most, not the most, but also important is to be obedient to God when nobody sees it, when nobody's looking. That's why God gave me this question. Would you do it for your YouTube channel? Why wouldn't you do it for me? And I think this is also a key point here, is that this is the training ground, where God leads you, where nobody's looking. It is the training ground for later. It is the preparation. So also there, where nobody's looking, nobody's seeing you, it is important to be obedient to the voice of God, because this is his training ground for you. And he has to test your heart. He has to see if you are ready to obey. He has to see if you are ready and prepared for the things that he has prepared for you in the future. He has to see if you want to obey him, if you really want to follow him, if you are really ready to step out in obedience and in faith. So it was not that bad. It was not that bad. And this is also what you will say. You will, be joyful, and you will say, it was not that bad as I thought. It will be not that bad. When you step out in faith, it will be not as bad as the devil wanted to tell you how it would be. And just take the steps, the leap of faith, whatever it is that God has for you in this year 2026. Don't run away, when it seems to be hard. Don't run away when it looks too deep. Don't run away when the enemy tries to hold you back with the fear, but bring everything before the Lord. Speak with him about everything, Share your heart with God, because he wants to help you to be obedient. He wants to help you to fulfill your purpose here on earth. And I think this video is for the people that are really been or have been prepared for their calling. They have been prepared to step into unknown territories. They have been prepared to step into something new. And it's the obedience that is necessary to step into the new, to step into all the things that God has prepared for us. Do it. I think I have nothing to share anymore. That's it. And we know as his children, we have a reward. And God is a rewarder, not only those that seek him, but in general, those that are obedient, those that take the steps. And you will see, you will be full of joy that you made it, that you made it. Because you will also grow, in doing it, and you will become the person that God has planned for you to become. And you will be happy and you will rejoice. Because later you will understand more. The things that were not clear will be more clear. So just do it. God is with you. God bless you. Until the next time. Bye.